Diner, this is such a special song you have. Cowgirls Get the Blues out. I'm really curious, though. A lot of people, I'm sure, just put you in a little bubble, though, and describe your music sort of just as country. But how do you describe the music you make?
You know, I would say it's country, but I also say it's pop. I really try to make it for everybody. I also try to make it like classic country. Never too honky tonk, but I would say it's pop and dreamy, and I think I really want it to have the ability to cross genres. So, I hope I don't get boxed into too country, but also I don't see a problem with it either if it happens. So.
Who are some of the musical influences you had when you were growing up?
Well, my mom was a punk rock star, so she always had that edge to her, and she let us listen to literally whatever we wanted. And my first, but it's funny, the first concert she ever took us to was Carrie Underwood. And then we listened to the Chicks in the car growing up, and musical theater, Broadway musicals, and Dolly Parton, Carrie Underwood, Shania Twain, the Chicks. We listened to a lot of Led Zeppelin. And yeah, Faith Hill.
Talk about the story behind your new song out that's here, Cowgirls Get the Blues. I think it's such a good one.
Thank you. I think it's funny because it's really hard for me to talk about when I get upset over men or like just in general, like when I'm feeling low. And so I think it was a good way. I knew that I wanted to write the song Cowgirls Get the Blues just because I love the title. But I think it was really important when we were writing it to talk about how we wanted to approach that because I wanted to make sure it came from like an empowerment standpoint as well of like being like, when I'm sad, I'm not chasing you around and chasing you down and like trying to remind you that like that I'm really cool and that, it's more of like I've accepted the fact that maybe we're not together anymore, but when I get the blues, I just go take it out at the bar and like have a nice blue moon and spray some perfume on and move on.
What do you think it is about the song that just has made it such a fast fan favorite that fans have reached out to you and said they connect to?
I think we all feel sad at some point, but we also want to try to figure out how to get through it. And a lot of that is like just, you know, rubbing some dirt on it and moving on. So I think that's why I think a lot of my friends and fans relate to that.
Well, you have to maybe have a video in the works for this one because
Yeah.
I think that people are really at this point clamoring to see how the video and the song connect.
Yeah, I mean, I think with this one, I try to make a lot of my music whenever I'm listening to it or in the process of making it, I try to figure out what that visual is. And I don't know if you guys have ever read the book or heard the book, Even Cowgirls Get the Blues, but I think that something mixed with that uh storyline would be really fun for a visual.
Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed that something manifests here shortly. What is your songwriting process? Do you tend to need to have music before you can craft the lyrics around it?
No, actually, a lot of the songs I'm making now, we sit down and me, Kevin Bard, and Emily Reed, it's like my favorite writing trio. We just work so well together and so fast. We sit down in Kevin's living room and we bring out the guitar and we pick a topic and we write the entire thing on the guitar before we move to the studio. But yeah, I think a lot of it is really just the message and the writing is super important to us before, and then we build the music around what we've written because sometimes I think that I've found when I'm writing to like a beat or something, I find myself held into that box rather than creating what the song is based on what the message is and the lyrics.
How much of a hand do you have then when it comes to the production side of the music you make?
I'm there for the beginning of it all. A lot of the songs you hear are the same day demo vocals that we built that day. Um, and yeah, I love being a part of it, you know. Kevin's really good at turning around and being like, "Do you like this? Do you hate this?" And I'm like, "No, I like that. I think we should move in this direction. I want more electric guitar. I want more banjo." And then after we get it to a point of it feels like how we want it to feel, we'll send it to Nashville and put players on it.
All right. Well, with Lasso the Moon and Cowgirl Sings the Blues out now, do you have an EP or maybe a full album in the works?
I mean, I definitely have a handful of music that I'm really excited for everybody to hear, and I'm hoping an EP is in the works and will be out pretty soon.
We recently saw you performing at iHeartRadio in New York, and you have some upcoming festivals you'll be performing here at Georgetown, and then you'll be live in Vineyard and Napa Valley. Talk about what fans can expect from those live performances.
I think it's really fun because I'm at the beginning of the journey right now. So a lot of it is me like super raw and winging it. So I think it's fun that, it's a learning experience for me too. I'm really excited to be in Georgetown and be playing a festival. You know, Cody Johnson, Meg Maroney, Martina McBride, like all huge names. Turnpike Troubadours will be there. So it's just big festival, be around a lot of really big artists, and it'll be fun to see, the networking behind the scenes, but also just be there in the crowd. And my favorite thing about country music is just the sun, the cowboy boots, the shorts, and the beer. And I just love being around it. And I'm just excited to have fun. And I hope that people give me grace because I'm learning as well. So I have no idea what to expect of any of this, but it's going to be fun and real.
Well, name some wonderful people who will be there at the festivals. Who is someone you would love to collaborate with on a song in the future?
I mean, of course, the Queen Dolly Parton, but that's a big reach. And Meg Maroney would be really fun. I would love to collab with Shabuzi. He's a blowing up country artist that I actually get to hang out with at the bar, the country bar here in Hollywood that I perform at quite a bit. And we've been talking about collaborating, so that would probably be the next one.
All right, we'll see if we can manifest that to happen soon.
That would be great.
You're a part of social media. Why is that such an important way for you to connect with your fans?
It's interesting because I feel like a lot of my visuals are really thought out and worked up, and I put a lot of time into my visuals. I shoot with Carrie Ann Older. She just was nominated for iHeart Tour Photographer of the Year at the awards, which is awesome. But we just put a lot of time into that, and I think social media is a great way to show me when I look like this, when I have like a sweatshirt on and I just, you know it's the morning, and I think it's a good way to like show to bring fans into my world. And I think it's a really part like I really want to be the artist that everyone can relate to. Even though my visuals are really worked up, I still am like just your local diner girl. And I have a lot of issues and a lot of problems that everybody else has. And like, I just really want to show that. And I want to make people feel comfortable, and I want to make people laugh. And I think social media is a great way to show that, like when something's going wrong or something's like not working out or if I'm having an off day.
What would you like to say then to everyone who are fans and supporters of the incredible music that you make?
I just want to say that this has been the most insane journey that I've probably ever been on and will be on. And it's so difficult, but if you have a dream, like never give up because the only people that don't make it are the ones that give up.